Imagine an artificial intelligence that can, you know, autonomously hack into a corporate network.
Right? Just navigating through 32 complex steps,
Yeah.
breaching the whole system entirely without a single human input.
Exactly. Now, take that exact same level of intelligence and imagine it uh, trying to fix the delicate freezing core of a quantum computer.
It is wild to think about.
It really is. So, welcome to the deep dive. Today, we are unpacking this massive shift happening right now in the technology landscape.
Yeah, we have got a pretty intense stack of updates today.
We do, and they all point to one crucial pivot, really. AI is rapidly moving from being, well, just a simple conversational tool you chat with in a browser to an autonomous operating system for absolutely everything.
It is a profound transition. I mean, we are moving from AI as an assistant to AI as pure infrastructure. And the sources today map out exactly how that is happening.
Yeah, we're going to cover a lot of ground for you today.
We're going to look at this fierce philosophical battle over who gets access to elite cybersecurity AI. Then we will examine how software developers are basically being forced to transform into AI managers.
Which is a huge shift.
Oh, massive. And finally, we will explore how these same systems are unlocking entirely new frontiers in physics and biology.
Right. And, the sources we are looking at are definitely packed with high-level industry maneuvers. But our mission today is to translate what this new compute-powered economy actually means for your daily life, your future workflow, and quite frankly, your career.
Because it will affect all of those things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's start with the most immediate friction point we found in the sources. The capabilities of AI and cybersecurity are escalating at a terrifying rate.
Terrifying is the right word.
Yeah. And there is a massive ideological split right now on who should actually control it. Like OpenAI just dropped GPT-5.4-Cyber.
Right, which isn't just another chatbot.
No, not at all. It's a highly specialized version of their flagship model built explicitly for defensive security work.
And what makes GPT 5.4 Cyber technically fascinating is its ability to reverse engineer compiled software. It does this to flag malware or security flaws.
Wait, reverse engineer compiled software. Can you break that down a bit?
Yeah, so to understand why this is such a big deal, you have to look at how software is traditionally built. A developer writes source code in a human-readable language, but your computer cannot read that, right?
Right, it just needs the ones and zeros.
Exactly. So that code is compiled into binary machine code. It's a dense, practically impenetrable sequence of ones and zeros that the hardware actually executes.
Right, and normally trying to look at compiled malware is like trying to unbake a cake to find out what brand of flour the baker used.
That is a great way to put it.
You are just staring at a wall of ones and zeros. It's a grueling, time-intensive process for human analysts. But GPT 5.4 Cyber can basically taste the cake and reverse engineer the exact recipe.
Yes, it inspects these compiled programs directly. It maps out the internal logic to find vulnerabilities without ever needing the original source code.
Which is just incredible.
It bypasses the need for the human-readable blueprint entirely. But what is equally important here is how OpenAI is choosing to distribute this power.
Right, their whole release strategy.
Exactly. They are taking a highly permissive approach. They're opening access to anyone who passes identification checks via their new Trusted Access for Cyber initiative.
So anyone verified can get it.
Right. That means this tool is going directly into the hands of thousands of verified defenders globally.
Yeah.
Fuad Matin, a researcher at OpenAI, framed this strategy perfectly.
What did he say?
He stated that cyber defense is a team sport. He argued that no one laboratory should be in the business of picking winners and losers when it comes to global security.
Which, that is a complete 180 from what Anthropic is doing right now.
The total divergence, yeah.
Anthropic just released their Mythos model, but they heavily restricted access. It's on a whitelist of just over 40 trusted tech giants, so you have a massive philosophical divide here.
You really do.
It's like Anthropic is basically keeping their digital guard dog locked safely inside the bank vault, while OpenAI is out here handing out leashes to anyone on the street who can show a valid ID.
That is the structural division defining the industry today. Anthropic is operating under a highly guarded distribution model, keeping the most capable systems tightly contained.
And OpenAI is betting on the crowd.
Yeah, OpenAI is making a calculated bet that arming a massive, verified network of defenders is the only way to actually outpace the bad actors. And, the context for Anthropic's caution is crucial to understand here.
Right, because of the UK evaluators.
Exactly. UK AI safety evaluators just announced that the Claude Mythos preview is the first AI to successfully complete a 32-step corporate hack simulation.
A 32-step simulation. I mean, let's unpack what that actually means. It's not just guessing a password, right?
No, no, it's far beyond that.
It means the agent is independently navigating complex network topologies. It's identifying sequential vulnerabilities, pivoting from one compromised machine to another, and executing multi-stage operations entirely without human intervention.
It is a staggering leap in capabilities.
It's a massive, measurable jump in offensive capabilities over their previous generation, Opus 4.6.
It really is. And it explains the walled garden approach perfectly. The implications of an AI that can autonomously string together 32 distinct hacking steps are already reaching the highest levels of government.
Yeah, we saw that in the sources.
Just last week, Treasury Secretary Bessent summoned Wall Street leaders for an emergency briefing. And it was specifically regarding the Mythos model and its escalating capabilities.
Wow.
The financial sector is clearly taking this threat vector very, very seriously.
And it really forces you to ask the question, right? Is the safest world the one where everyone has a highly capable digital guard dog? Or the one where only the elite bank vaults get the highest end security systems?
Right, and we aren't taking sides on that, but it is the central debate right now.
Absolutely. And, if an AI is now smart enough to navigate a 32-step corporate hack on its own, it is obviously too complex to just type commands to in a basic chat window.
Yeah, a text box isn't going to cut it anymore.
And that perfectly explains Anthropic's massive redesign of the Claude Code desktop app.
Precisely. As these models become capable of executing complex, multi-stage operations, they are fundamentally changing the daily reality for developers.
You can no longer manage this technology linearly.
No, you can't. Developers are now running multiple AI sessions simultaneously. So, Anthropic completely overhauled the Claude Code app to serve as a command center.
The command center, yeah.
They added a new sidebar that keeps all live and recent sessions constantly in view, allowing users to filter by status or project. And brilliantly, the system automatically archives a session once a pull request is closed or merged into the main code base.
That is so clean. The user interface changes they made are just incredibly practical.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, they introduced a drag-and-drop layout so you can customize your workspace and monitor multiple windows at once. But the real game changer is the integrated terminal and editor.
Yeah, the integrated tools are huge.
You can now run tests, edit files, review the code changes Claude just made, and even preview HTML or PDF files without ever switching to another tool. It entirely eliminates the friction of context switching.
But I'd argue the most profound addition to Claude Code is a new research preview called Routines.
Oh, right, the routines. Tell me about those.
Routines allow developers to run AI tasks on a designated schedule. You can trigger them via an API or launch them whenever specific events happen within GitHub.
So it's proactive.
Exactly. The AI is no longer just a responsive assistant waiting for your prompt. It is transitioning into an active, scheduled worker running in the background.
That is a massive shift.
When you pair these automated routines with the parallel session redesign, Claude Code stops looking like a traditional code editor. It starts looking much more like a command center for a half-human, half-AI workforce.
Okay, hold on. I need to push back here.
Go for it.
We are talking about developers setting up routines, managing parallel sessions, and letting the AI do the actual typing. Are we really saying traditional coding is dead?
Well,
Like, if I am a developer listening to this, should I be panicking and just learning management skills instead? Because we also have Superblocks 2.0 launching this week, offering what they call secure vibe coding. Is the future of software engineering just vibing with an AI?
it is a really fair question, and the term vibe coding absolutely requires some deeper scrutiny.
Yeah, because it sounds a bit ridiculous.
It does. But vibe coding is the practice of generating software applications purely through natural language.
Yeah.
You describe the vibe or the intent of the app, and you let the AI write all the underlying logic.
Okay, I can see how IT departments would hate that.
Oh, historically, IT and security teams have loathed this. It creates a shadow IT nightmare of unverified, risky applications just floating around the company. But Superblocks 2.0 brings enterprise-grade security to the concept. It standardizes the AI-generated outputs so that employees across any department can build apps, while IT maintains absolute control.
So it's safe vibe coding.
Exactly. Every action is auditable, and risky apps can be locked down instantly.
So to answer my own question, traditional coding isn't dead, But the role of the coder is fundamentally transforming. We are witnessing the birth of the AI middle manager.
I think that's the perfect term for it.
Your primary function is no longer writing functional syntax. It is overseeing a fleet of autonomous software agents. And as platforms like Superblocks standardize these outputs securely, the timeline for non-technical listeners to start managing their own fleets of software agents is accelerating significantly.
That is the exact takeaway. The translation of intent into execution is becoming frictionless. And managing software fleets inevitably translates into managing physical systems.
Right, stepping out of the browser entirely.
Exactly. AI is stepping out of traditional code and becoming the foundational layer for scientific hardware. NVIDIA has just released Ising, which is the first family of open-source AI models designed specifically to work with quantum computers.
Wait, before we move on to the business strategy here, what exactly does a quantum error look like, and how is an AI model tuning it?
It's a good question.
Because my understanding is that quantum bits, or qubits, are incredibly fragile. Are these models just predicting temperature fluctuations, or what is actually happening?
It is all about environmental noise and decoherence. Qubits have to be perfectly tuned to hold their quantum state. Imagine trying to keep a dozen spinning tops perfectly balanced on a table during a mild earthquake.
That sounds impossible.
Right, and any slight interference like a temperature shift or a stray electromagnetic wave causes the qubits to lose their state, which creates errors.
Ah, I see.
Machine calibration and error decoding have historically been the massive technical hurdles keeping quantum technology stuck in the laboratory. The first model in the NVIDIA Ising family keeps these quantum machines tuned automatically.
Which used to take forever, right?
Yeah, tuning used to be a highly complex manual job that took researchers days to complete. Ising reduces that process to a matter of hours.
And the second Ising model focuses on fixing the errors as they happen in real time, right? The numbers in the sources are wild.
They really are.
It's hitting 2.5 times the speed and 3 times the accuracy of today's best open source alternatives. Jensen Huang, NVIDIA's CEO, is literally calling Ising the operating system of quantum machines.
That's a bold claim.
It is. And at launch, you already have more than 20 major institutions using it. We're talking Harvard, Fermilab, IonQ, and Sandia National Labs.
It is a brilliant, highly repeatable business strategy from NVIDIA. They ran this exact same playbook for self-driving cars with their Alpamayo models and for robotics with Isaac GR00T.
Give away the software to sell the hardware.
Exactly. By releasing the OpenAI layer for free, they lock in the ecosystem early. They position their specific hardware and software infrastructure as the default foundation beneath an entirely new computing paradigm.
That's smart.
The projected quantum market is valued at $11 billion, and NVIDIA is planting its flag firmly before the race has fully begun.
You see the exact same strategy happening over at AWS right now with molecular biology.
Oh, yes. The biodiscovery release.
Yeah, AWS just rolled out Amazon Biodiscovery. It is an agentic application using biological foundation models combined with a built-in lab network for testing and antibody drug design.
That's the same pattern.
Exactly. AI becoming the foundational operating layer for the physical sciences, whether it's qubits or molecular synthesis.
The scale of what is happening is breathtaking. But to really understand this shift, we have to look at how these massive systemic shifts in quantum labs and enterprise biology are filtering down into broader adoption.
Into daily consumer usage.
It is becoming undeniable across the entire industry.
The ultimate scale of this adoption was quantified perfectly during OpenAI's 10th anniversary announcement.
Greg Brockman's announcement.
Yes, Greg Brockman announced a milestone that is almost hard to wrap your head around. Roughly 1 billion weekly users across ChatGPT and Codex.
1 billion.
1 billion. Brockman framed this massive user base as the definitive shift to a compute-powered economy. But define that for me. Does a compute-powered economy just mean the person who can hoard the most GPUs wins the economic game?
Well, no, it is not just about hoarding hardware. It is about the effective direction of computational leverage.
Okay, explain that.
Think about it historically. In an agrarian economy, leverage was land. In an industrial economy, it was factory capital and human labor hours. A compute-powered economy dictates that economic leverage belongs to the individual or organization capable of effectively directing the most AI computational power to solve problems.
So it's about direction, not just ownership.
Exactly. It means human bottlenecks are being bypassed by compute.
And you can see the big players fighting tooth and nail for efficiency in this new economy. Like, Baidu just released Ernie Image.
Right. their new image model.
Yeah, it is an 8 billion parameter open weight model for text-to-image generation. 8 billion parameters is relatively small in this space, yet it is achieving results that rival much larger top-tier models on standardized industry benchmarks.
Which is incredible for a model that size.
Efficiency at this scale is crucial because it means you can embed these powerful capabilities into localized consumer hardware rather than relying on massive cloud server farms.
We are also seeing significant market consolidation as this economy matures. Huro, which is an AI personal finance startup, recently announced it is winding down operations.
But there's a catch there, right?
Yes. The interesting part is that their entire staff is being absorbed into OpenAI. It reflects the immense gravitational pull of the largest laboratories.
Hmm.
They are vacuuming up specialized talent to build out this comprehensive compute infrastructure.
Which brings us directly to your browser. You might not be running a quantum lab, but the exact same AI momentum that is keeping Quibbit stable is paving the way for the tools you will use tomorrow morning.
Exactly.
Chrome just introduced a new feature called Skills for Gemini. It is designed to accelerate your daily workflow by letting you save your most frequently used AI prompts as reusable shortcuts.
That's incredibly useful.
It is. Instead of constantly retyping complex instructions, like formatting protocols for scanning documents or specific parameters for calculating calories from a text description, you just deploy these saved prompts as one-click operations right in the browser.
It basically turns the browser into a personalized automation engine. Gemini has also rolled out a comprehensive library of ready-to-use skills tailored for common tasks.
You don't even have to build them yourself.
Right. This is how the compute-powered economy becomes tangible for the average user. It is about removing the friction between your intent and the digital execution.
Let's make this even more tangible. We want to give you a toolkit to actively participate in this compute-powered economy today.
We always want to leave you with something you can use.
Exactly. The sources highlight several highly practical, trending tools that are seeing massive adoption right now, starting with SiteLifter. If you manage a web presence, SiteLifter is designed to optimize your website pages in minutes.
Which is a huge time saver.
It completely removes the guesswork from performance tuning by automating the analysis of user interaction data.
And if your goal is to rapidly assimilate new information, PapDeck is trending heavily.
Oh, PapperDeck looks amazing.
It really is. It is a tool designed to turn your raw notes into instant flashcards. For anyone who needs to memorize vast amounts of data quickly, it automates the entire setup process.
So no more manually typing out cards.
None. You spend your time purely on retention rather than administrative formatting. It is the perfect tool for the lifelong learner.
And for the design professionals out there, Floto is making huge waves. It operates directly inside Figma. You don't have to export anything.
That alone is worth it.
Right. You get instant design feedback, conduct thorough accessibility audits, and run persona testing on your interfaces without ever leaving your primary design canvas. It is a massive time saver.
Finally, we are tracking any speech. This platform generates highly natural-sounding text-to-speech voiceovers.
Like the ones used in podcasts and videos.
Exactly. It is accelerating the content creation process by allowing creators to produce professional-grade audio significantly faster than traditional studio recording methods.
So whether it is Claude Code managing your parallel software agents, Chrome Skills automating your browser workflows, or Amazon Biodiscovery designing antibodies, the tools to leverage compute are incredibly accessible right now.
They are everywhere. And when you look at the entire trajectory of what we have discussed today, a very clear picture emerges.
What's the bottom line here?
With 1 billion people using AI weekly, and models now independently capable of executing 32-step corporate network navigations and correcting subatomic errors within quantum processors, human bottlenecks are officially the slowest part of any operational workflow.
We are the slow part now.
We are. The most valuable skill in the next 5 years will not be knowing how to do the manual work yourself. The most valuable skill will be knowing how to orchestrate a chorus of AI agents that execute the work for you. Are you ready to be the conductor?
That is the perfect question to leave you with. The podium is right there waiting for you. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We encourage you to subscribe and share this with friends who want to stay ahead of the curve as these foundational technologies continue to evolve. Have a great